What about now? Can you hear me? Are we good? No? Okay, perfect. So you can hear me, right? Okay. Let's just give it a couple more minutes, then we will start. Okay, thank you all. Appreciate joining today's video. So this is the second time that I'm streaming today, just out of respect for those who couldn't attend this morning. So we're gonna do another one. Right now, we're gonna go over Snagit, which is a capturing tool that I would like to introduce it to you guys, and hopefully you'll be able to use it on your daily basis. So we're gonna go through the website. I'm gonna show you what the prices are, how you can get it, what is the basically main point about getting this software, what's the differences between this software and the different software, and then from there we jump into the actual software and I'm gonna show you how you can create a video, how you can edit the video, how you can create images, create template, edit the images, and much more. So let's just jump into the first page so we can basically start. Just I want to double check one more time, make sure that you guys can hear me in the chat. If somebody can let me know. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Okay, thank you, so I'll appreciate for confirming. So let me just go through this. The first step that's gonna be our TechSmith. So TechSmith is a actual software that is familiar to everybody via Camtasia. Camtasia is a screen recorder and video editor. It's very powerful. But in today's video, I want to go through the Snagit, which is this one. Hopefully, in the future videos, we can review the Camtasia and see how we can bring a video in, how we can edit it, add annotation, add transition, and much more. So for now, when starting with the Snagit, it has two different plans. So I have a personal subscription. It has business subscription. So for the business subscription, you're gonna pay $48 per user. But for the individual, it's just one-time pay, which is 39 bucks per year, and you can get that version for that year. And if you want to get higher, let's say if you want to purchase 2025, and if you want to go to the next version, which is going to be 2026, you need to pay an update, so you can get your Snagit updated to that year. In terms of the actual price, that's what you guys can see. If I come down, give you an overview of what we have. The first thing is the system requirement that they have on their website. It's typical, it's compatible with most of the computers, and it's going to be something simple and typical that you are able to see on every single machine. And then if I go a little bit more down, the features that is going to show you is really important, and we get into more details. Start with the screening capture. It's going to basically record your screen. Then after that, you basically can create image. You can add annotation, different type of annotation you can see on top. You can magnify it, change the shape, different callouts. You can add text, arrows, and much more. You can also share a link from that image or video that you created and kind of send that URL to others to review it. You can draw, you can have smart move, so magically you can rearrange or remove elements. So they have magic wand, they have selection tools that you can basically select a text or an image, move it, manipulate the image or text and take it to from one space to another space, and you can kind of work through it. The main one that I like, one is my favorite, is creating videos from the images. So if you have a few images, you can kind of put them together. You start narrating the image, and it's gonna create the actual video for you. So you can turn an image into a video, and you can add your narration to that. And then at the end, basically it has a really good library. You can see any image that you have in the Snagit is going to be saved on your machine. It's going to be in one folder. You're going to specify the location. It's going to take it over there, and you'll be able to see it. So it looks like these are all that we can see right there. The one thing that I want to go over here before we move on to the software. So in the software, you can bring in stamps, you can bring in photos, you can bring in themes, templates, and much more. And in the Snagit, they have some items for you that are free you can use, but some of them you have to pay for the subscription and basically purchase those to add it. So let's say I'm gonna click on this type of stamps. We can see this one, basically control knobs. I have to pay to buy it, but these are the starters. As soon as I download, you can download the file, or you can send it to your Snagit. So when you log into your Snagit, as soon as you hit the send to Snagit, is gonna send those stamps, and it's gonna stay in your stamps tab in your Snagits. So you can basically going through all of those, pick whatever is gonna uh, make sense to your workflow and add it to your system. Also, they have different type of template. Let's say just pick frames, so you can see they have different shapes. Some of them, like this one, is free. The other one that you need to pay, like this one, will have to be a subscription. Let's just do another like multi-purpose, so you can see the different ones. If you want to basically download these images, use it as a template, add items to it. They have a different theme, which is like the callout, colors, shapes, and actually numbers and arrows. It's like a set of those items. You can see right here how it's gonna look like. You can download like this one. If we hit send, is basically send it to your system. And then if there's like a different colors that you like this one, it has to be by subscription. They also provide bunch of photos. They have different photos free to download if you want to use it for the background, if you want to add some items to it, or if you want to some of them that are really free like this, some of them that you need to pay and buy subscription to use their photos. And the main one that they just added, and it's AI image generator. So the good thing about this AI is you can describe an image or items that you want, and basically it's gonna create it for you. You can change the quality, you can fix the style, and you can fix the size, and it's gonna create that for you. So I think this is a good place if you want to grab some stamps, templates, themes, and photos, and you can put it in your Snagit if you want to use it on a different items. That's what you need to do. So let me just jump into the actual. Let me take a picture of this before we go. Let me go back real quick to the main page. Let me take a picture of this page so we can start working on this one. So the main thing is when you use Snagit, it basically open up the widget for you. So this is gonna be the widget, the small one that you can use. You also create presets. So if you click on this, you can do grab text, you can add a hotkey, or you can do a panoramic. So this is the hotkey that I created. So as soon as I hit that hotkey that I created, it's gonna open up a box for me real quick, and then I can take an image from the screen. So, and then you can start the capture by hitting start. And also if you want to capture more content, in your image, such as a panoramic view or even like a long one. You just need to move it like that. As you can see right here, shows that how that image is getting adjusted per your knee, like it goes down all the way and capture all of these items. And then when you satisfy, hit OK. It's gonna take a bit, and then also it's gonna generate it, so you guys can see, how it's going all the way down and capture all of those. So let me just do another one. I think this one, because I kind of stayed on, it didn't show up really good, but let me take a snapshot of this one, and then let's just go down, and then there you go. So you basically can go down and select that image and show it really nice. So let's just start from here. So I can see some people in the chat. Thank you everybody for joining. I can see your notes. Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you so much, Sohel, for supporting the chat. So starting with this one on top, we have file. Basically, you can create a new one. You can create an image from template. So this one, if you click on it, actual Snagit has a lot of template that you'll be able to use any of these, and you can bring these template and you can adjust them. So let me click on this one. Let's say if you have a presentation for the work for the school, you can bring this template, you can add the title, you can add all of images right there, you can add a caption, and basically it has stamped. And the good thing is all of these are customizable. You can click on these items, any notes or a number, you can change them to letter and everything, and it's going to be really really helpful. And when you create this, then you can basically start video from image. So you have the image, you created your image, right now you can start a narration on it, and you can record a video, and then at the end you have a very good nice video to show and present at school or at work. And I thought this is a real helpful items to use. So you can get to the create image from template and create video from images, or you can just use these quick access right there and then get to that one. Most of the items right here is typical. You can open, save, duplicate, import. If you have some stamps and template that we talked about, if you don't have your account and you forgot, you can download them and then import to the Snagit from here, or you can send it directly from the website, the TechSmith website, to your Snagit. And then also you can export, you can translate, and then you can print, right? If you go to the edit, basically typical, cut, copy, paste, grab text, select all. If you want to go to the image, these are the two most important items that we're going to go through all of them one by one, which is all of is right here, you can see. And then also you can, if you have two or three images on top of each other, you can kind of change and arrange the order of the drawing. You can put some of them forward, some of them backward. You can align them, flip them vertical, and more. If you have annotation and markup you want to share with somebody, you want to flatten it so it's not going to get moved or kind of change or adjust it, you can flatten that image. Or you want to do the whole image, you can just flatten all. You can trim and resize, and all of these basically is really simple that I'm pretty sure you guys are all familiar with it. The cool thing about Snagit, you can basically share the image or video that you created and take it to a different software. So let's say right here it has a Word, PowerPoint. So if I take a PowerPoint and then put a new presentation, so it's gonna open up a PowerPoint and just bring the whole thing right into the PowerPoint and leave it for you to continue your item. So this is a really cool features that they have, that you can share the work that you are doing with the different software, with the different platforms, to basically adjust the items, right? So if you want to do it in the Google Drive, Dropbox, Slack, and more, you'll be able to do that. For the view, typical, all the different types of zoom in, zoom out, zoom fade, color background. If you want to change any of it to black, gray, dark, white, these are going to be the effect. And then library, and then library is basically this one. It's a really a nice place that is gonna save all the images, videos, and everything that you created with a timestamp. And each year is gonna create one simple folder and put all of those pictures under that folder for you, so you can go back to it if you're looking for something. If you missed anything, you can kind of go back over there and use it. So let's just start from this tools right here. You guys have different ways to get to the tools. As we kind of talked about images right here on top, tools, this is a list of all of them. Or you can right click right there and says customize toolbar. If I click the toolbar, it's gonna bring me the drawing tools. These are all the menu items. We can have shared destination that we went through all of them, and you can have the effects. So we're gonna go through all of those one by one. You guys see what it is. And also, if you like something, you can put it, or you want to bring it back, you can put it over here, or you want to put it right there. Let's say put the fill, like a simplify, and you can basically adjust this area. Anything that you want, you can bring it and put it in the toolbar right there. So let's just go through all of these one by one, see how all of the items can kind of adjust the screen that we have. So the first one is going to be the crop. This is pretty sure everybody's familiar with it. So if you click on it, it's going to give you some grips, these blue squares. You can grab them and then adjust to the size. Let's say I just want to show the picture of these viewer, and then you basically just put it around, take it up, and then basically when you're done, you hit a yes, and then I cancel it because I just want to go back. But it is pretty simple. You can kind of take it anywhere you want, right? So you can kind of go up and down, you know, any area that you want. And then if you want to hit crop, it's gonna crop it, but I'm just gonna cancel so it goes back. The next one is cut out. So it gives you some quick styles right there to just cutting out. This one is gonna be the horizontal cut. So basically you just cut and remove the actual picture. So as soon as I go on that, you can see it basically showed this line. So it's gonna tell me what you want to cut. I'm gonna cut from here. I hold it all the way to here, and if I remove my hand, you can see how he's gonna cut it and take everything away and show us kind of tearing apart. So if I go back on the smooth one, so right now I'm on the smooth, I just grab from here to here, and then it basically cut it without any tearing. So you have two different type. You have basically just the horizontal and then vertical, and then you have the horizontal cut. This fade out, this kind of show a little bit fade out. I'll show you how it looks like. This is the kind of direct line straight going through it, and this one showing kind of horizontal tear with a different, a little bit, you know, more detailed. And this one looks, they call it shark tooth, and then you'll be able to do it. So let me just hit control back here, go to this one so you guys see what I'm talking about. So I select here to here, so you guys see how it kind of show a fade out. It means it's been cut from here to here, and it shows the fade out. But if you don't want to show a fade out, you can use this one, which is going to be straight, and then nobody can notice that picture has been cut. It's kind of going for the vertical as well. So if I select on the vertical, this line turns into a vertical for me. So if I want to cut from here to here, it just kind of takes it away. It doesn't show anything. If I want to use a little bit fade out from here to here, you can see it's going to show fade out. It means that we had a cut. Let's just try this one. From here to here, you can see how it's gonna look like. So there's like a different shape, but the application is just cutting through a page horizontally and vertically. The next one that I want to show with you guys is called Magic Wand. So Magic Wand is a tool that can delete the background, they can move, delete elements in the markup, and also can cut, copy a selection to paste elsewhere. So by Snagit, it's recommended to select area of a solid color or object outline with a basically contrast color. So don't do it on a gradient, don't do it on a complex background which has like a bunch of colors and annotation. It's not gonna work that much. It has two options right here. It has transparent and it has autofill. So for the fill, basically area is going to be transparent, and then this fill is going to be based on the content surrounding the selection. And then right here it calls optimize. There's two type for optimization. One of them is going to be speed, the other one is photo quality. So speed is for solid color content. It feels details not important. So if you have a solid color, you can use this one. If you have an advanced and high quality photo, just make sure it's on that. It's going to make it more customized. And also this one is the tolerance, so you can say it says less and more, so it means if you go higher it's gonna select, it grabs more object on this screen for you to change or edit. If you get closer to less, it select less. So let's just stay on 6 and then click here, and you can see basically just putting edges around all of these, so more in detail. So if I let me just move it to here, you guys can see the difference. You know, just everything is gonna open up, like it's not gonna select the just the text. So you, the more detail it gets, the more item is gonna get captured on the system. And when you click on any of this, you can cut them, copy, paste, delete. You can just grab the text from here, take it, put it somewhere else. So it's a really cool tool with, you can deal with the photos and you can kind of put them. So it's gonna take a little bit. So you can see that I just grab all the text right here, and you can take them, put them somewhere else. You can basically edit the text, deselect, inverse selection, and kind of more. So this is gonna be a cool tool if you want to use it. If you want to change the comments on some pages or anything, I mean, Magic Wand is your friend. The next one is gonna be steps. So steps, when you click on it, it's gonna bring in the quick style. So each of these items, as soon as you click, is gonna bring a quick style that has two theme: basic, industrial. So it kind of have a different format and coloring, and each of these items that you select has a specific tool properties, which is going to be fill, text color, shape, shadow, and then kind of the opacity and different type. Let's say I want to stick with this one. I want to put a number, so I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right here and say no, that's not 4. Let's just call it, let's say 7, and then when I start here, you can see just put 8, 9, like it picks it up where you left off and just go. And let's say right here you want to change to letters. So I make it A, and then goes B, C, you know, you just basically change it. So what I'm trying to show is this is really intelligent. Is going to pick up whatever you want to start from it, and if you don't move it, it's going to go with all the letters. You're going to go capital letters, small letter, you're going to go with numbers, and much more. You can change the fill color. Let me just make one of them a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see. So if you want to make it green, it's going to change the green. The text color, if you want to make it black, it's going to go black. You have different shapes. You know, you can kind of go to this one, or you can do this one. It's kind of up to you. And the shadow. So you can, if you pay attention to right here, let me make it bigger so you guys can see. So if I move these, the shadow a little bit move around. And then the opacity, if you want to change the opacity to a different, so you can see under it, that's going to be a place to go. So I think these are really good when you have a page with like a bunch of items on it. You will be able to select all and add the steps, add the numbers, letters, you know, back to back, and it's going to give you that opportunity to edit it all. The next one is going to be the eraser. So if you have something on the page you don't want to show it, you basically can use this type of eraser. So again, quick style, I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go on top of this and click on it. So as soon as click on it, it's going to move it, takes away this. So moving on the customer, customer is gone. And if you want to see what was kind of under this, let me just select. That's gonna be the opacity a little bit changed. So you can see right now I changed the opacity. You can see the difference between this one and this one. This one kind of shows a little bit under it. And also the width, let me just make all of them a little bit here, and let's do this. So you guys can see just a little bit different than those. Not a big difference. So it depends on how you would like to see but the erase is gonna be the item for you that you can get rid of something. You'll be able to do it. So favorite, it's all the items that you like and you place. So let's just make a arrow for ourselves a favorite. Again, quick style, you have a different type of theme that you can go off of. Let me just select with this one. So arrows, again, just go right there. I can select, this is gonna be the type of line, this is gonna be the start and the end, anything that you pick, the color of it, the width of the actual arrow, opacity if you want to change the end size, this one you want to make it bigger or smaller to grab more attention. And then lastly, if I'm kind of happy with what I created, like a customized arrow, Snagit put it in the last option. And if I hit plus and then the star, I kind of turn it on, is going to add it to the quick style and also add it to my favorites. So you guys can see right now the one that we just created and showed out over there. So you can basically have a selection of text, shapes, stamps, callout, arrows, and steps, anything that you feel like that you're using on daily basis, you can put them under your favorite. And then anytime you wanna, it's gonna be the quick access basically. You quick access it real quick and go there. The next one is gonna be text. So you have two different type. You have basic and industrial. And then you can select any type of text that you want. You can put it over there. Say hi, this is BIM destination. You can make it big. You can kind of rotate. You can change the fill color if you want. There's gonna be like a different type of outline if you have it, the shadow, the different font size. And if you want to go more in advance, you can bold them, italicize, and underline so you can see makes all of those changes. You can do the same thing right here. So if I created this is a kind of format that I want to use it on most of the items that I want to do. I'm gonna click, it's gonna add to this, and then I'm gonna add it to my favorite. And right now if I go back to the favorite, you can see this type of text is here. I just click on it and continue, like adding items. So you can see right here, basically select everything that I wanted, and it's gonna start from there. Next one is gonna be the callout. It's like a lot of good items over here in terms of the basic and then industrial shape that you can add to your issue. Let's say if you're in your coordination, you create a image, you want to share it with somebody or the design team or the detailers, you can kind of use all of these and kind of add notes like let's review this, for example. So you can kind of use this again. Fill color is adjustable. You can kind of select those. If there's gonna be the outline, you're gonna change. It's gonna be all different shapes. So I'm just going through all of this. You guys can see. Let me make it bigger, so you'll be able to see a little bit of different shapes. So this one is gonna change into arrow. So it's basically different type of annotation for different items. You can kind of use them. I think it's going to be a really great tool to communicate the issues that you have. If you want to go with this, if you want to use, I don't know, any type of arrows, and you can type over there. So it's basically very simple, very easy, and you guys will be able to kind of use it to communicate callouts. Shape, same concept, same area. We have basic, we have industrial. So this shape, you can just kind of grab them everywhere. You can change the fill color, you can have the outline, you can do the shape. Also, you can kind of play right here with the thickness of these items. You can do the opacity so you can see the items under it. It's just a simple shape, but you have the properties to move, make them a little bit the way that you want. You want to show and grab more people's attention to your exhibit. Stamp, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit. You can, these are some stamps right here. It just default in Snagit, but you can bring them in from the TechSmith that I showed you. So everything that you bring is gonna be right here for you to use. So if I go back to the actual site, just so you come to the product, says learn more. And then when you go here, you can see the stamps. So they have business, sticker, interface. If you want to go, let's say activities, all of these, if I do like starter, it's going to send it to my Snagit, like all of these, and I'll be able to use it right there. So these are just all the different type of stamps. Then if you are creating something and you want any of these items, you can kind of grab them and then put them over there. Just as simple as that. So it's going to be really easy, and then it's going to be turning to a markup. Then you'll be able to adjust, right? So you can kind of put it somewhere. You can make it smaller, bigger, and try to kind of use it to whatever you want to do it. Okay, let me get rid of this one. So next one is fill. So the good thing about fill is have the same, kind of basic. The properties have a fill, which is going to be this color that you want to change. You're going to change the opacity, and this is going to be the tolerance. So again, it's going to start from less to high. The higher that you go, the more surface is going to be selected to be affected. So if I right now I just kind of select all of this, right? So if I want to go one by one, it's basically selecting only, let me grab this, and I want to just do, you guys can see I only select that. So if I want to do a little bit more in detail, I just select the whole thing. You guys can see basically just covers everything, right? So let me just go back and then right now make the tolerance to 5 and then do the same location. So you see the difference. Basically when the tolerance is low, only doing the background, the more the tolerance goes up, it covers the whole screen. So just make it so if I go all the way to the end, and then grab these, and you guys can see like basically just do everything around it. Let me go, do 100 and then go all the way up, and you guys can see just the block purple. So it means just everything goes back. And also if you want to change the opacity, and then just gonna change it so you guys will be able to see that. Let me just go back to just regular, get rid of all of this color. There you go. So the other thing that I want to share with you, if there is a specific color on this page that you want to grab, you can use the eyedropper. So when you click on the eyedropper, you can grab a sample. So you see how the fill is going to change when I'm moving on this, right? So any area that I'm moving on, it basically grab a sample from that area. So right now, that's what I have. It's that color. So if I want to align or assign it to a specific location, basically it's gonna do it. Let me bring down the actual opacity, and then just do this, or do this, or do this. So you can see how basically kind of change him to that color. So let me control all of these, go back, and then get rid of this one. So the next one is move. So it's basically if you have any markup, it's not something specific. So when you move, it's gonna turn into this kind of actual shape. So if I'm kind of going back, you see how it's gonna change into that shape. So I can kind of move stuff around. I can change him, and that's gonna be the help with the move tool. The selection, you have a freehand selection, you have polygon, ellipse, or rectangular. So what does that mean is, let's say I want to select this. So as soon as selected, I put items around it, and I can move, I can play with this. So I can move this out of here, right? Or let's say I want to do like these customer review that I don't like, I can grab it and just move it easily and nobody knows about it. So this is gonna be a really good tool to select the items that you don't want. Let's say I don't want to show this, and then get rid of it, right? And then I can use the eyedropper from the field to grab the sample from here and fill this area out, and then it's gonna be smooth, the same thing. This is gonna be a really good, let's just try it, see if it actually works. So I'm gonna grab this, and then let me see, I think I need to make the tolerance, I don't want the opacity. Grab this sample, there you go. So you guys can see I removed the annotation, which was this one. I can do it one more time so you guys can see what I was talking about. So if I go to selection, let's say I want to get rid of this one, I get this, move it around, so I have a hole. What I need to do, I'm gonna go to fill, grab sample of this, and then click on the area. So right now you're just gonna make it the same that it was never had the show all feature there. Um, so so I think that's a great tool to help you out, and you can kind of work with these items one by one. So redo, undo, same thing. Line, very simple. You basically have a specific line. You can draw it. You can change the color. You can have a different body of the line with the dash, hyphen, or straight. You can have a basically arrows. Make them bigger, smaller. Highlighter, same concept. Let's say I want to grab this. You can see the color. You can see the opacity. If I want to highlight an area, I just drop over it and then make sure, I want to change it up and down. You can see how it's going to change. And then if you don't like the color, you want to change to a different color, it's easy. So this is nothing specific. Simplify. So this is something that I really like, and the reason for it is simplify keeps up with current constant change of the content. So if you have a content and it has the same format but it needs to be updated on daily basis, weekly basis, you can create the template by auto simplify. And what it does is it's gonna use OCR, which is optical character recognition. It's gonna identify shapes and text, whatever is on that image that you have, and basically automatically generate colors that matches the original one if you want to use the original one. But you also have an opportunity to change and customize and keep changing. So let's say I have this, I already selected. So the first thing I need to turn it on. So I'm gonna turn this on so you guys can see the first selection is the color that is already here. It has a little bit more options right there. If you want to go with the dark gray and light gray, you can select those. But again, if you want to change them, this is gonna be, you can change all of this basically with the color and get to it, right? The main thing right there is right now I can put, let's say right now this one is kept, kind of masking all the items, and I can type over this and then add shapes, um, add notes, and then fix it. And each time that I get an update, I'll basically come to my this image and only update this line, so I don't have to create these whole imagery again. Like I don't have to bring these dashboard lines or anything that I have, and then basically just use this template. I have this area and I'm gonna use it. And don't worry, if you want to see what was original under it, you just simply double check this box. So when you check this box, it's gonna show what was under it originally, and you can go back to it, right? And if you guys can see, basically you can change the opacity of it, all of it, if you want to see. And if you don't want to see anything, there you go, it just kind of goes away. All of these items that you can select, it's gonna give you, you're gonna change the color, you're gonna change the shape. These are gonna be the style. Let's say if I wanna select this one on top and turn it into this, it's gonna basically turn it to for somebody to put the picture. So you guys can see how easily you can first of all check these. Like if I wanna, we know this was a photo, I wanna change it to a line item with a different color. There you go. So I can type items there. So it's really, really easy that you can adjust items, move them, and kind of create something that you want to do on weekly basis. It's going to save you a lot of time not creating start from the scratch. You're actually picking up in the middle, which is you have the form work and the format, you're just adding your notes to it. So let me just hit Control Z. I want to go back to the original one. Okay. So next one is magnifier. So the magnify is basically enlarge the area and highlight it. So you have basic, you have industrial. So let's just stick with the basics. See what it does, right? So let's say I want to grab people's attention to something, right? So I want to grab attention to this node. I click around it, and you can see how it kind of makes it bigger. And this is a really good thing when you create exhibits. So in your coordination, when you create an exhibit, you can select on the item and then add a note to it, and basically people can see what are they looking at, right? Like this one, if I wanna talk about these annotation area, you can see how I can make it bigger, right? And again, you can kind of make the magnifier bigger right here, the percentage of it, the thicker around. You can make all of this, but what I was trying to bring up is it basically it can show you how everything is bigger, and it's gonna create a more a little bit more zoomed area on the object. Let me go back to, there you go, the first one. So the next item is gonna be blur. So if you want to mask something on your annotation, this is gonna be the easy items to do. You have a different type of quick start right here. So let's say I want to do this. You guys can see it basically mask it. It has like a different type, and also if you want to use this, it's gonna move all of this, and then the intensity is gonna be up to you, right? Like how bad you want to see or not see. So you can kind of fix it over here. You can, if you change to this one, so you guys can see a little bit kind of different. The type, it's a different type that you want to pick, but the intention is that's a annotation or a markup that I don't want to be shared with anybody else. So you kind of mask that item. So with that, we did talk about selections. The last one is pen. It's simple, so nothing specific about this. It's just the actual freehand pen and writing, and change the color. You can change the shape of it, and then the width and capacity. Nothing specific about this one. Let's just go to effects. So if you remember, we did talk about the tools. So these are the tools that we can deal with, which has all the properties that comes with the tool. Also, you have effects. So you have some quick effects on top, which is going to be kind of part of these items. So I'm going to go through all of these one by one, which is going to cover these quick effect as well. So the first one is going to be border, right? So do you want to add border around your image? You can select the color, which is green right now, and then add like how thick is going to be, basically just the width of it. And then if you like it, you click apply. And if you want to add to this quick effect, you just click over here. If you remember, during the tool review, we added to our tool favorite section, and right here you can add it to your quick effects section, basically. So edge, if I click on the edge, you can see how it creates a cut. So, and this is going to be the size of the cut. So as soon as I get the size bigger, so you can see how it goes, we can get a little bit more in detail if you want to, add a border to this. And also if you want to add a little bit more shadow, just more, make it nicer. I don't think anybody, like, I haven't even used all of this myself, but it's good that it's there and you can use it, because in the meetings you just create an image exhibition, put that annotation, and then mark up and share it with the design team. So these are kind of more detail. Again, for capture, basically give you all of these items right here. So you have operating system. You can, if you want to custom font right there, and also you'll be able to kind of see everything right here. The next one that if you want to see is the perspective view. So it's gonna take a little bit like the horizontal. You can see how it's gonna look like right now. It's just kind of going to the different areas, and then vertical is gonna be moved. Also, it's gonna add the border, same thing that we talk about, and also it's gonna add a shadow. Pearl page curl. So there's gonna be the curl on the bottom. So if you want to make it bigger, you just get the slider all the way to the back. If you want to make it smaller, you're just gonna leave it over there, and you can see that little curl right there. Next one is gonna be shadow. So it's gonna give you a little bit shadow around and the bottom right here. So the more the area goes, is gonna add more shadow to the area. And by these, like all of these that you select, you're basically telling where you want to see the shadow, right? You wanted to see it over here on top, or you want to put the picture in the middle, and you can see the shadow all around it. Next item is gonna be filters. So there has like a few filters right there. It has basically just the kind of opacity of it you can change. You can go to the monochrome, that you can move it up and down with the slider. You can do the grayscale, so you turn everything to gray. You can go to invert colors, so it picks all the colors and invert them. And also make it sharp. It's gonna be more sharp color, and then also you can use the slider to make it sharper and kind of play with it. Color adjustment, so this one you can play with the brightness, contrast, saturation, gamma, like everything is more with the Photoshop, and people work in pictures and creating nice images. It's just something simple and kind of, it's not very advanced, but it's gonna give you a beginner tool to kind of deal with those items. The next one is the color placement. So if you want to grab a color and move it over there, you can kind of use these items, magnify and spotlight. So this is kind of, we use that, and also kind of watermark. So for the watermark, you can kind of change the scale. You can see it's kind of add a watermark. Let me see, it's just smaller. You guys can see it. Let me see. I just move it to the center, which is right here. Let me make it bigger. I don't know if you guys can see, it's very small right there. And then for the dips, and then also you can kind of put it on the north. So this one just add a watermark to whatever you has. And then also, yeah, you can see it like right there. Basically, just add the watermark to it. So this is basically all the items that you can access in effects. Just to have an overall of what exactly these items are, I would recommend just play with them, understand them, how you can use them, but mostly create your favorites with specifically arrow, text, callout, shape, and also with these steps. Because you kind of using all of those on daily basis if you want to create, right? But if you want to put something together for a presentation, just make sure to use all of these tools and effects that are at your service to create something really professional and look good. And you can use templates, or you can add narration to the image and make it a video. So you have presentation and you have a video, and you can send it to PowerPoint. So I think that's a great way to do it. So let's. I think that's all. Basically, I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully that you guys like the content. If you like the content, please make sure to subscribe and leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know how would you think about the Snagit. Is this gonna be a really good tool that's gonna help you? Like how you use it? What are the issues that you have? And I'll be happy to reply to the comment and let you guys know what exactly the issue is and how we can use it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys in the next video. Have a great day.